And welcome back, everybody. This morning we're here talking with Congressman Henry Cuellar, and good morning again. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
We're excited to have you here, and we did get some questions from some of our viewers. And as you know, a big thing here in the Valley is the VA hospital. A lot of people, a lot of our vets really want that. It's been a huge issue for years. I'm sure you've heard of it. What can you tell us? What is the progress there? And what can you tell some of the vets watching this morning?
Well, first of all, you know, the movement that we've seen in the last 4 years is probably the largest movement that we've seen in the last, I'd say 20, 30 years. First of all, we have the new UT Veteran Clinic down here, which is a first-class facility. What's missing from there to do a full-fledged hospital is to add an emergency room, add some beds, certain specialties, and you would have a full-fledged hospital. So again, this is a foundation. Number two, we've done a lot of those work with the local hospitals and the local doctors, where now 95% of all the veterans that used to be here, that used to go up to San Antonio and travel for 5 or 6 hours, now get care here. That becomes a win-win situation for the veterans because they're here. And number two, the money that's spent here with the health providers is good for the economy.
So do you feel it's just the word of hospital that they're looking for, because pretty much the benefits are there?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, the veterans there, I mean, the benefits are there because, you know, when you have cut 95% of all their trips that they used to make to San Antonio, that's incredible. But again, let's look at the center, what UT has done with the VA, add an emergency room, add those beds and some other services, and you can actually have a full-fledged hospital.
Perfect. And speaking of vets, we have a question here. Why has the war in Afghanistan been ignored, do you think, in this presidential election so far?
You know, it's a very interesting question. I got back from Afghanistan, I guess, about 6, 7 months ago. I was in Afghanistan and I was in Iraq. Got to see what our men and women are doing out there. You know, we have veterans, soldiers from this area that are serving over there. Right now, we got about 84,000 soldiers there. You know, the president has said that by the end of the 2014, we are going to be leaving there, and it's one of those things, if you recall, the big question at that time was, we're not going to draw down, we're going to go ahead and build up. Now both presidential candidates are saying we're going to withdraw. The president said 2014, Mitt Romney hasn't said exactly when, but I think everybody's in the same page that after 2 wars and 10 years, we spent over $1.2 trillion, lost thousands of lives, and it's time now for the Afghanistan soldiers to take over.
Paint us a picture for those of us that are obviously not able to go to Afghanistan. How do you see the situation over there? Well,
first you got to look at history. We've seen so many other countries go in Afghanistan and have had a very difficult time. The last ones were the Russians, as you know. Now we have the Americans there, and I think we're doing a better job to make sure that we help the Afghanistans take over and have that democracy over there. It's not a perfect democracy, I can tell you that, but it's there. The weather, it's almost like South Texas weather, I can say that, but it's a very difficult job for our soldiers, and that's why we got to thank our soldiers, our men and women, for doing their job.
Sticking with overseas, President Obama recently announced that if the Syrian government used chemical or biological weapons, they would have to face the U.S. military. Now, what do you think about this intervention?
Well, you know, first of all, we have to be very careful. The U.S. cannot be the world police for we're the last superpower, but we have to be careful as to where we go. And if we decide to intervene, especially under those circumstances, there are different routes we can take. Do we send in ground troops, or do we do what we did in Libya and just use airstrikes? So there's ways that we can come in without sending our men and women on the ground.
Okay, perfect. And any sort of message that you have for the folks watching this morning about you, about your campaign and coming up, whatever events are coming up for you in the future?
Well, the only thing I want to say, you know, in the Valley, there's really 3 congressmen. You have the Valley in the Corpus Christi, Brownsville area. You got Congressman Ruben Hinojosa, then you got myself. There's 3 of us there. We got to keep in mind that the Valley and the border area is a region. We can't be fighting each other and say this little city gets this and this and this. We got to look at this area as a region, and we work together like we did back in the 1990s when I was in the state legislature. We got money for the higher education. You saw what we did when we looked at it as a region. We can do more. That's the only thing I encourage. We got our own different cities and counties, but we got to look at this area as a region. I'm ready to be a team player with the other 2 congressmen.
That's something I believe you've said in the past also, that perhaps the Hispanic vote is missing because of the way the redistricting happened and all of that. Give us your take take on all that?
Well, first of all, it's interesting because the court in Washington, D.C. just said that there was discrimination. And so now the state legislature and the courts will handle, again, the state House, the Senate, and some of the state Senate, and some of the congressional, at least three of the congressional seats. So we might be talking about redistricting for a while, number one. The other thing is, the Hispanic population, keep in mind that in the last 10 years, we grew by 4.3 million individuals in the state of Texas. 65% of it were Hispanics. You add the other minorities, 90% of the whole growth we had in the last 10 years were minorities, especially Hispanics. But we got to register, number one. We got to go out to vote. Whatever way you want to go vote, just register and go out to vote.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Congressman, for being a part of our morning show. We really appreciate your time. We know you have a busy schedule, so thank you so much for making time for us.
It's a pleasure.
We really appreciate it. We'll be right back.